UEFA has announced their 3 finalists for the Best Player in Europe award. This is, I guess, a lead-up in a way to the Ballon d'Or award. And breaking news, it is Messi and Ronaldo.
Ooh. Do the song that you just did in the previous clip that
But the interesting one, I always feel with these, because in the Ballon d'Or voting and the UEFA Best Player in Europe voting, as long as Messi and Ronaldo in their form that they are in, they are always, always, always going to be 1, 2, 2, 1, whichever order you want to put them. But the third option is the interesting one. And Francis, I will back you up on this. As you have said, next to Hazard, as my pen goes way off the table, next to Hazard, Suarez is the best player in the world besides Messi, Ronaldo. And I think UEFA is recognizing that as they placed him third. Your thoughts? Does he have any chance of winning this award? No, but make a case for it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, when it came to it, I think there's a very strong case to be made with 2 players, and that is Luis Suarez or Neymar, because that front 3, I think, were just devastating the whole season. Suarez, when he was in his form, he scored some vital goals, big goals against Real Madrid in El Clasico, big goals in the Champions League. I think that the way he came back from adversity and not being able to play until October is a great testament to how good he was, but it's still going to hold him back. He wasn't there for the full season, and he's still up against 2 of the best players in the world. Like Ronaldo, minus the fact he's not as decorated this season as Lionel Messi is, still had a fantastic season. I don't think that he was with a well-rounded team like Lionel Messi was this year. Nonetheless, Messi's still a better player than him at the moment and still had a better season. So as much as they can make a great case for Luis Suarez, they can make a great case for Neymar as well, who had a fantastic overall season and many important goals as well, and was just overall flourished in that role. And he was amazing in the positions that he came into. He was amazing in the important games. I think one thing Neymar fans were always adamant about is that sometimes he fell away in the big games, but you see how important he was for Brazil as well as he was for Barcelona throughout. Good case for him as well. Even a case for many Barcelona players, such as Piqué at the back, was dominant throughout. Probably the best centre-back this season. I know I'm a huge fan of Mascherano, but no one seems to give him the credit that I do. But I think there's another case for Piqué there as well. But none of them are going to come close to Messi or Ronaldo. Messi, of course, it's there. They won the treble. He scored fantastic goals. He had some memorable moments again, taking on full teams, just being, I don't know, gravity-defying in the way that he can move with the ball, adding the goals to his name, taking over many in the record books. I could sit here and try and make a convincing case for Luis Suarez, but I'm not going to be backed up, because as much as he did play fantastic, you can't compete with Lionel Messi at the moment or Ronaldo the way they're playing.
Of course not. So 2 really funny things. One, the UEFA blurbs they had for the 3 players, and then of course 4 through 10, which I'll get to a graphic in just a second, was basically Messi and Ronaldo, of course, setting the Champions League scoring record, and that's only going to keep going up, and 60 goals and 60 whatever appearances and all the numbers, all the assists, all the amazing achievements, right? And then you have Suarez and Neymar, which had blurbs, and it basically was played great alongside Messi. Like, to me, and again, it's almost one of those things where, like, you should really give the award, but this is a single-player accolade, and single-player accolades are won by scoring goals. Technically, championship trophies aren't always done that way. Defense has a major part in that. But Messi, for example, scores lots of goals. So does Ronaldo. That's going to win you those single-player MVP-like awards, at least we call them here in the States. But give the award, if you could, to Barcelona's attacking 3, because it's the most terrifying 3-headed monster I've seen in any sport, and that, to me, beats the St. Louis Rams' greatest show on turf and the LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh Heat. Like anything I've seen in my life, nothing like it before. But here's an interesting one. 4 through 10 with Gianluigi Buffon, number 4. I think we have the card. Yeah. I got 24 points, 24 votes of some sort for best player in Europe. Neymar, Hazard, Pirlo, Vidal, Tevez, Pogba. Juventus. Let's just give it to Juventus.
Yeah. What a testament to Juventus, and I think that's rightly deserved. I mean, no one expected them to go to the Champions League final, and you can't look away from the fact that they were 1 game away from having their treble as well. They had a phenomenal campaign. They're dominant in Serie A now. No one expects any other team to play against them. I just can't believe that of those players nominated, they're not going to be there at Juventus next season, which is devastating, because you want them to make another return to the Champions League final. Every neutral fan who hasn't got an allegiance towards Barcelona or anyone else was looking for Juventus to try and win that tournament, because you just want to vote for the old lady, because they've come over such devastating past, obviously, cases of corruption and everything else, and being relegated and finding their way back up. Buffon deservedly so. What a season for him. And I think, as I said there, it's no surprise that Pirlo's in there for the way he played, Vidal, Pogba. But Neymar, for me, would have been fourth still. I think that Buffon was phenomenal, but I still think that Neymar would have pipped him to that role because with his goals in the Champions League final, with his goals throughout the campaign, with his goals in La Liga, I think you can't help but count him out. And you are right about goals, Jason. Attacking players, just the way when someone goes, I can't wait to go watch a game this weekend with Barcelona. I can't wait to go and watch Busquets in the middle of the park. No one says that. I'm afraid Busquets is a great player, but you look forward to seeing the attacking, eye-catching players, and Neymar, for me, is eye-catching, but he's got the goals to back it up. But again, what a testament to Juventus. Put that up in your fridge.
So I have one last extremely challenging question, so prepare yourself for that one. Before, one quick point so you have some time. One, Fabregas had 18 assists last season and gets no love in the top 10. That seems a little rude. Seems a little bit rude. Chelsea did win the Premier League. Very few, if not any, top 10 English Premier League players in that Best Player in Europe award. But as you go through the rest of the list, you'll see that's when... Oh, Hazard. I'm sorry. But after that, it gets interesting. But here's your challenging question. Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, are those who are going to be the top 3 finalists for the Ballon d'Or award come time?
You're asking me these hard questions. Again,
I gave you time to prepare.
Strong case from Neymar. I mean, it would be easy for me to just go, yeah, that's right, because I'm nominated for this award, and this does act as a good, I would guess, a way of deciding who's going to be the Ballon d'Or's top 3, because if you're voting for the best players in Europe, then more likely than not, they're going to be the best players in terms of the Ballon d'Or nominations. I just don't think there's anyone else that comes between Suarez, Neymar, Messi and Ronaldo. I think they're going to be the nominations this year, but again, I'll be safe to say that I think Messi's going to win it this year. That's a safe, bold assumption to make because he's added that accolade. He didn't go through that dip in form that he did the previous season, although he did play well. Ronaldo just took it to that next level and kept it consistently. So I think Messi is a strong case for winning it this year, but I think Suarez might just pip Neymar. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've got a mind free. I feel like I just drank a Slurpee. Thanks a lot for that, Jason.
You're welcome. Before we leave here, as you head into the Celtic game today, make sure they don't think Fernando Torres is about to take the field. They might boo you. Francis, have fun in the rest of Scotland. We'll see you next week. Make sure to follow Francis on Twitter at Francis_Maxwell, at JasonRoom91, and at TYT Sports. I always point to the monitor even though you can't see it. Nice. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday. There's clips every day. Seriously, check them out.